over the last 6 or 7 weeks of this season. But tonight, Detroit has thrived. There's a block by Laporta on a 2nd and 3 in the first play of the 4th. What a catch! Jamison Williams skying over Monroe, and it's a 15-yard pass. Lassos it at the 46. Moreau there with the coverage. A terrific grab.
Well, Moreau lands on the back of his legs. See how his legs get bent underneath, and he hobbles off the field. Unbelievable catch.
Wow. Before he gets checked, he wants to make sure he sees it on the replay, which he did, and admire it like we all did moments ago. 1st and 10. Montgomery. Nice block in there by Jackson. Jewell makes the stop right at midfield. A burst of 9. 2nd down coming up. Running attack tonight, 128 yards for the Lions. Now, here's Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. There we go.
Jared Goff getting rid of the football under 2.5 seconds. Very productive. You see the 3 touchdowns, but equally as productive hanging on to the ball. That's more of the play action passes over 2.5 seconds.
2nd and 6, handoff right there, and plowing his way for 9 is David Montgomery. And he gets the 1st down as they work to the 41 of Denver. Gibbs has got 76 yards on the ground. The rookie out of Alabama, Montgomery, 5th year unrestricted free agent from the Bears, has got 61.
Well, if you're the Broncos right now, you got to start taking some chances to try and get the football away, because right now the biggest enemy is the clock.
1st and 10. And a bobbling attempt. There goes a flag. They were going for Josh Reynolds. And Moreau is in the sights of quarterback Jared Goff.
Thought he was going to have a one-handed.
Pass interference. Defense number 23. Ball placed the spot of the foul. Automatic. 1st down.
The one thing this defense of Denver has done so well during winning 6 of 7 games is getting takeaways. That has not been the case tonight.
That has not been the case. And the conversation I had with Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, is talking about the depth he had at wide receiver. He felt really good about the depth of the wide receivers against the secondary. They know that Simmons is an all-pro. They know that Pat Surtain is an all-pro. But they felt because of the depth, they could find some matchups they could take advantage of tonight.
Montgomery on 1st and 10. Jewell will bring him down as he runs into the secondary and gets down to the 12. What a run by Montgomery. Running roughshod with a 13-yard carry right there. And another Lions 1st down.
Excellent job up front. Look at the lane they're blocking on that left side. Just
Ragnow and
incredible. You mentioned the fact that Ragnow back and what a big difference that makes. There's been so many different lineup changes on that offensive line. They've had 4 different starters at left guard, 4 different starters at right guard. Ragnow missed last week, and having that stability.
Gibbs is in 1st and 10. Laporta a block. Gibbs turns the corner. And he is in for the touchdown. This Lion offense tonight is a machine. 12-yard touchdown run.
Well, it's no surprise they had success running to the left side. They go back to the left side, and once again, great blocks by the wide receivers down the field. Laporta on the edge, sealing. That offensive line should be proud of their performance. 162 yards rushing, over 400 total yards.
Gibbs has scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Got a 9-yard touchdown pass earlier. Here's the extra point by Badgley. And it is with 12-12 to go in this one, 35-10 Lions. Gibbs, a 1st-round pick out of Alabama, knifing his way with a corkscrew move for 6 for the Lions. Scored 5 consecutive touchdowns. Boy, those two are going to be busy here in the next couple of weeks. They got to leave early and get a kind of a head start on things. So a rushing touchdown by Gibbs. The ensuing kickoff going to Denver. Touchback 25. With a reminder, the Holiday Classic is back
on the edge, ceiling.
The Broncos continue their playoff push. They'll host the Patriots in a primetime showdown on Christmas Eve. The Holiday Classic, Christmas Eve at 8, only on NFL Network and streaming on mobile with NFL Plus. Now, wait a minute, you can't be doing that during the holidays. But he's kind of leading the brigade right there. P. Ryan is in there. Russ is 13 of 23 for 158. Broncos have scored both times they've had it. With the 1st and 10. McGlinchey the block. Russ is on the move. Anzalone is in pursuit. Down he goes just outside the 25 and a gain of a yard.
And Kevin, there's no sitting back by these Lions. It's you know, they got a 25-point lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still bringing blitz. The Anzalone comes on a blitz that time and able to track down Russell Wilson as he tries to escape, keeping the heat coming.
Second down and 9. Low and caught. Kroll on a tumble. And he's out to about the 44 with a low throw, but he scoops it in and gets 18 on the play and a 1st down for the Broncos.
Well, Kroll moved up from the practice squad and signed and get his first catch last week. Had a chance earlier tonight with one that got punched out.
1st and 10, batted down. Anzalone coming through, swatting it away. Russ is pressured heavily on the play, and McGlinchey is slow to get up at the right tackle.
This defense has been under a lot of heat in recent weeks, and they've really stepped up and performed here tonight.
Ryan is the back in a 2nd down and 10 for Russell Wilson. P. Ryan the block. Oh, he's crushed. And it flutters incomplete for Judy.
Well, crushed is the only way you can describe that, Kevin, because they bring, it looks like 7. So that's going to leave somebody unblocked.
Boy, Branch coming through. And Bruce Irvin in there. They were former teammates. Irvin and Russ up in Seattle. 3rd down and 10. Pulls a block and going deep and looking for Mims and caught, and it was
I don't know how
a reception. I don't know. He found Kendall Vildor all over him, and somehow Mims hauls it in and picks up 35. What a grab.
Well, I thought he was just coming back to try and get the DPI, and instead
on the field,
the 2nd foot lands out of bounds. He's able to come up with the ball, but watch this 2nd foot come down. One there inbounds, 2nd foot's on the white.
They're exactly right. Wipes it away, a 36-yard completion.
Everybody was shocked that he even caught the ball.
It was amazing. They had Vildor. He is splitting time at that cornerback position.
Well, when you continue to bring pressure, which is what the Lions are doing, you're going to have some one-on-one matchups, some potential big plays down the field. That one was negated because he stepped out of bounds, but 4th down in their own territory.
You surprised? You surprised?
I am surprised. I'm surprised they kicked the field goal on the last one, and I'm surprised they're punting it here, knowing how far they are down. With just 11 minutes to go.
Riley Dixon will punt. On the 80-yard line, big time hit. Flag is thrown, grabbed by Raymond, whacked by Smith. catch. Smith clearly didn't see it for Denver.
Yeah, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think it's a, see, look at him right there. You see he's tracking the ball, and when he was tracking the ball is when Raymond waved his arm, so he just didn't see it.
And John Hussey again.
Yes. After the receiver completed the fair catch, personal foul, number 1. That 15-yard foul will be enforced from the catch. First down, timeout.
Lions will get it. Their rookies have played a big role tonight in building up the division may be a little bit tougher to claim because they got 2 games remaining with the Vikings at 1st and 10. There's a block by Gibbs and a throw which is incomplete to Laporta, who's covered by Simmons. The Lions rookies tonight, Gibbs with 2 touchdowns, 1 by land, 1 by air, and Laporta with 2 touchdown receptions. And those 2 have combined, Trent, for 142 yards of offense for Detroit in this one.
Well, and it's been impressive all season long what they've been able to do. And speaking specifically of the running game, with the combination of Montgomery and Gibbs, both of them have a chance to get to 1,000 yards rushing.
Gibbs knocked out by Simmons on that 2nd and 10.
Which the last time that happened was in 2009 with the Carolina Panthers.
I'll tell you something else that has happened to the Lions tonight. They had 10 explosive plays of 15, 20 yards or more, 10 of them tonight. And coming in, they ranked number 2 in the NFL in explosive plays in back of San Francisco.
Well, they kind of picked up what they've been doing all season. They haven't had a lot of success with it, especially last week against Chicago. But it started off right at the beginning of the game, right? Trying to get big chunks, play action pass right from the very beginning. Ben Johnson's been very aggressive.
3rd and 11, here they come. Cooper knocked him off stride, and down goes the quarterback, Jared Goff. And sacked right there. Cooper comes up with it, 5th of the season.
And not that you want that, but if you're the Lions, you're completely content with that, because on that swipe, the ball's not knocked loose. I know Johnson's shaking his head. He's mad about that. The ball's not knocked loose. He's able to keep the ball, get the sack, keep the clock moving.
Broncos have 2 sacks tonight, 17 over the last 3+ games, the most in the NFL. This is the Lions' first punt since the first quarter. Jack Fox, one of the best hang time guys in the NFL. Mims lets it bounce at the 45, and it will die at the 38. It's a 48-yard punt.
Consistency and protecting the football. Over 400 yards of offense.
Pirine the back, 1st and 10, into the nickel. Wilson to the air. Underneath, Pirine, and Zeroni's got a beat on him, but not before. The running back, former Bengal, catches and runs for a first down to the 49. So the pass defense of Detroit is number 19. The run defense is number 9. And this is without C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who tore a pec early in the season. He led the league in interceptions last season with Philadelphia. He has been cleared to practice, and he'll be joining this defense sometime in December. 1st and 10 for Russ. Underneath he goes. Judy drilled right there as he goes up the middle by Joseph, and that will cause you to catch your breath as he's to the 36 and caught it for 15 and then got stoned right there. Judy's had a good night. He's caught it in space, 3 catches, 74 yards.
Well, and that's a heck of a hit that he takes right there.
Melifonwu was in his ankles, holding him in, and then the drill right there by Joseph.
Going back to your comments about C.J. Gardner-Johnson, that'll be huge for this team. A big lift for this team.
Yes.
As you said, the defense is playing well here tonight. Add a whole nother dimension. Gardner-Johnson can get cleared here in the next couple of weeks as will start practice coming up this week.
After the 15-yard completion to Judy, 1st and 10. Wilson is 16 of 29. Big time and the throw. Sutton curling down. Linebacker Barnes tapped him. First down throw. 22 of Detroit. Pick up a 14.
Well, they're going into full hurry-up mode now. Down 4 scores.
He has had, Russ, 4 fourth-quarter comebacks this season. The most fourth-quarter touchdown passes in the NFL as well with 9. First and 10, dropped right there. Humphrey could not hold on. Coverage by Brian Branch. He is a rookie out of Alabama. Second down and 10.
We'll give credit. I know we're talking about the defense of the Lions. Got to give them credit that they haven't been able to get anything going. Denver likes to run the football. They haven't been able to get that going. Only 43 yards rushing. So you take the running game out of it, then that doesn't affect the play action pass, because why would they honor the play action pass if you can't run the football?
So and Russ is terrific in play action. His numbers are off the charts. Second down and 10. And he's got little Jordan Humphrey over there, ridden down by Dorsey. With the catch near the 13, picks up 9. Dorsey is slow to get up on the far sideline, on the Denver sideline, and that will stop play. And we'll see if little Jordan Humphrey, knee, it's close. Knee and ball look like it hit at the same time on that marker. And the line to gain as Dorsey is up on his feet.
Yeah, and on that replay, you couldn't really see what happened. See him limping a little bit. Good to see him get up and walk off on his own. Almost looks like he gets enough for this. Just going to be... Wow, this is spotted at 14. It looked like he got further than that, but I don't think that's something you want to challenge.
Wilson with a touchdown pass tonight. He and Josh Allen have thrown a touchdown pass in each game this season. They're the only quarterbacks to do that in the NFL. Third down and 2. Russ, the fake, the dive. Hutchinson has him around the waist, but not before Wilson. Looks like he is...
Well, it looks like it's going to be another fourth down.
It is, sure is. He's going to be a half.
It's going to be another one.
Half-yard shy, right, Trent? I mean,
yeah, I think he was, and I think he made the right decision. He kept that ball all game long. He's been handing it off, and when he saw Hutchinson collapse down, he's like, "Oh, maybe I can get around the edge." And it only took him 1 step to realize, "Yeah, I'm not going to get around the edge." So he tried getting up as they go for it here on 4th.
4th and 1. P. Ryan. He'll drill himself down to the 1. Nice move. As he picks up 12 on 4th and 1, and it's 1st and goal for Peyton and the offense of the Denver Broncos. Assembling quickly right here. No time to waste. Rush will take it himself, and it is a touchdown on the quarterback sneak. Wilson will run it in. His 3rd of the season. They moved it pretty quickly that time. Judy caught one for 15, and Sutton caught one for 14. And they push it across with Wilson on a 1-yard keeper.
Well, that's just the 6th rushing touchdown of the season for the Broncos. And as you said, Kevin, half of them are by Russell Wilson.
Extra point try here will come from Will Watts. Holders Dixon. Extra point is away and true. 35-17 is the new score with 6.5 to go. Game. Probably Goff, maybe Laporta, maybe Gibbs. They'll break down all the playoff implications from today's terrific triple header on NFL Network. Now the onside kick perhaps here.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You got 3 scores you've got to get under 7 minutes.
And right there, covered up. Rodriguez. Malcolm Rodriguez.
That was a good short hop.
That was.
Didn't allow the big bounce to happen.
We've had now 29 onside kicks in the NFL this season, just 1 successful.
Number 70 is reported now.
Extra lineman has come in for the Lions. And that is Dan Skipper, number 70. With Montgomery back there. And a 1st and 10 from the Bronco 44. Goff is 22 of 32. Montgomery. And hit inside, and DJ Jones among a couple to bring him down. Gain of 2 to the 42. So last week in Chicago, it was not a pretty game for the Lions, who lose to the Bears 28-13. But tonight, a complete reversal for Ben Johnson, the offensive play caller and coordinator for Detroit and his team.
Yeah, the numbers back that up. You can see is a much different approach in this game plan. Going after this Broncos defense that came in having played really well the last 7 weeks.
2nd down and 8. They come off the edge with Cooper. They get it out to St. Brown, who stiff arms his way into Jewell and gets the 1st down. Pretty play. Amon-Ra St. Brown with another catch and run. He's well over 100 yards. It is his 7th reception tonight, and he picks up 10. And he's got 112 receiving yards for the Lions.
Well, St. Brown was lined up on the right wing and worked his way behind the line of scrimmage on the play fake and snuck out into the flat. We mentioned that early in this game, Jared Goff said he wanted to get St. Brown more involved than he'd been involved the last 2 weeks. Clearly tonight with 7 catches, 112 yards and that touchdown, they're coming through with that promise.
Montgomery on 1st and 10. And gouges his way into the grasp of Cooper, diving down to the 27 with a gain of 5. And a timeout taken. So here is what has to happen to get into the playoffs for Dan Campbell and this Lions franchise for the first time since 2016. If they go on to win it, and all signs are pointing in that direction, and Seattle will lose at home Monday to Philadelphia, they would get in the playoffs. But they've got their sights much higher than just that. They want to get the division, which they haven't won since '93.
And 2 of the next 3 games are against Minnesota.
Yep.
And what else? They're trying to get back in that #1 hunt, right? They got Dallas.
Have the bye, and they have Dallas in Dallas.
They're at Dallas here in a couple weeks. So of the last 3 games, 2 against your division rival in the Vikings, and then a trip down to Dallas.
Gibbs is the back on a 2nd and 5. The pitch blocked by St. Brown and by Decker, and he turns the corner and was sideswiped by Moreau. He has the 1st down, gets to the 18, picks up 9 on 2nd and 5. Lions 1st down, and the clock is rolling. Until right there when they call timeout. Timeout taken.
Well, that left side of the line, they've just been attacking that left side of the line, and what a great job they've been doing over there. Decker and Jackson, Ragnow.
Gibbs a big game tonight with a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been impressive, not only in the run game as he's nearing 100 yards rushing, but receiving the football as well. The touchdown catch he had earlier in the game out of the backfield.
Gibbs has got 96 rushing yards. He's had one 100-yard game. That was a Monday night game here against the Raiders in October, late October. Just before Halloween, he had 152. '177 rushing yards by Detroit. Their quarterback has thrown 4 touchdowns. And their offensive line together for the first time, the projected starters, for just the 5th time this season. Montgomery on 1st and 10. Boring his way in, hit by Purcell and others on a gain of a couple down to the 16. And what about the Broncos, Trent? Here they are coming into tonight, into this weekend, just 1 game and back at Kansas City, who they have split the season. They lost in Arrowhead, and then they beat them out in Mile High in Denver.
And they've been feeling very confident since that win. It's been a long time since they beat Kansas City, and they got that win. And Pat Surtain talked to us about that. He said, listen, that kind of got us rolling. Like, not only did we believe beforehand, but then all of a sudden we beat Kansas City, and then they got on a roll. The problem here, they're the number 7 seed. If they were winning this game, if they lose tonight, it drops all the way to the 11th seed. Because of tiebreakers, they're going to have a difficult time getting themselves back into the playoff. But if you look at their schedule to wrap things up, they've got New England, they've got the Chargers, and then they're at Las Vegas. All three of those teams have backup quarterbacks that are starting for them right now. So may not be able to control their own destiny with a loss here tonight, but they put themselves in position where they can make a run for it down the stretch.
We had 6 AFC teams that came into this weekend at 7-6, and that has changed with the Colts going to 8-6. And Cincinnati.
Yeah, 11 teams came into this weekend in the AFC above 500.
Gibbs on 3rd and 7, bouncing and working his way to the 10. And he picks up 4. He's right at 100 yards in his second 100-yard rushing game this season. To the 10 is where they are. 2 to go for the first. 4th and 2. As we've got the clock ticking and approaching the 2-minute warning.
Well, there wasn't even any kind of motion whatsoever to bring the kicking unit on here on 4th down. Dan Campbell's down by the official. Going to call the timeout. Going to call the timeout before the 2-minute warning. But
and Denver's out of timeout, so they get
correct.
the first down. It's over.
Exactly. You can just take the knee.
Yep. Lions will take the timeout there. 4th and 2 coming up. Look at Dan Campbell. He was a 3rd-round draft choice, and his aggressiveness and his acumen for the game really appealed to Sean Payton, and they followed each other from New York to Dallas and then in New Orleans. It was interesting when talking to the players of the Lions this week, to a man, their admiration, the words they used to describe this coach were just off the charts.
Yeah, they really do. They love playing for him because he's honest with them, right? He tells them like it is. He's not going to cut corners. He's just going to tell them and be direct with them. He's like, that's all. That's what I wanted as a player. And that's what he was saying. That's what Dan was saying, is that's what I wanted as a player. Be direct and be told. And that's what he's tried to do as the head coach.
4th and 2. Goff to the end zone. Touchdown. 3rd time to Laporta. He is putting on a show. And Goff with 5 touchdown passes.
The last 6 games, this defense has only given up 4 touchdown passes. And as you said, tonight, Goff has 5.
That ties a career high. He also had 5 for the Rams against the Vikings in 2018. The extra point. And it is 42-17. Badgley kicking it through. Goff, 278. Flawless game in terms of turnovers. Not one tonight for the Lions, who had turned it over a bunch as they went through that bad spell, losing 2 or 3. But you know what, Trent? All the good teams have kind of hit a rough patch, right? San Francisco lost 3 in a row. Eagles are kind of stuck in it right now. Kansas City is, what, 2-4, 2-6 over the last